Here are 3 reasons why I'm still buying XPR. Reason number 1 is because I like its room for growth, even though this isn't financial advice. But 25 cents, that is my price target for it during this bull run. And keep in mind, 25 cents is around a 60x from here. Now, if let's say I were to put $1,000 into XPR right here, right now, and let's say again it were to go to the price of 25 cents, at that point, that $1,000 would theoretically become around 60 grand. Now, I'm not telling anyone to buy XPR or anything like that, but this is just the way I take a look at it. The way I view it is that when it comes to XPR, it's very special. Market cap doesn't even feel that much. I mean, keep in mind, right? If XPR were to go to the price of 25 cents, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around $6.8 billion. Let's say for simplicity's sake, a $7 billion market cap. I mean, that if anything showcases how much room it still has to grow. And it's not like it even has to reach this crazy market cap in order to do this, because a $7 billion market cap really in the grand scheme of things is kind of peanuts. Think about how Dogecoin back in 2021 reached over $80 billion of market cap. Also that year, Shiba Inu reached around $40 billion. Not to mention, you take a look at even XRP as of right now has a market cap of over $100 billion. Now, keep in mind, XPR is different than XRP because sometimes people like to say that, oh yeah, why are you saying that about XRP? Well, this isn't. This is XPR. It's a totally different project, but they do share some similarities, which I'll get into why I think so later on. However, even besides that, when I take a look at something like XPR, the way I take a look at it is I'm trying to find the next quote-unquote XLM or XRP. Can I find that by joining into or like FOMOing into, let's say, XRP or XLM as of right now? No, I can't do that, right? How can I find the next big thing if I'm entering into the big thing, if that makes sense? That's why I'm taking a look at other alternatives, much like XPR, much like XCN, XDC. I take a look at ZEBEC. There's other options, the way I view it, that could be a lot better hypothetically than something like XRP and XLM. People may argue that, hey, this is kind of like a carbon copy of those projects. Well, in a literal sense, not really, but then I kind of get why people may think that because it's somewhat similar, but who cares? Think about this, right? When people are bullish on Pepe or when people are bullish on like Book a Meme, do they care that it's basically another meme coin that's somewhat similar to Dogecoin or Shiba Inu? No, they don't care. They just want to look for the next big thing. And I think there's nothing wrong with following a project that is proven, that has a good fan base, that we know works. Nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. So I don't see why XPR is so bad. And unlike a microcap, the risk doesn't feel too crazy for me. Now, there's always going to be risks, but I think it's a little bit more mitigated. And the way I view it is, again, I don't want to get into like an XRP or XLM. So I think XPR is a good balance for me in between. And I do really like that. And this actually brings me to my second point as to why I still want to buy XPR, because I like its fundamentals. I mean, just think about this. The XPR network is a proof of stake layer 1 blockchain, which some people may think, okay, who cares? But I care. And I disagree when people say it's boring or anything like that, because just think about this. The XPR network provides an alternative to traditional payment systems like ACH and SWIFT, which we all know is massive, or Visa and MasterCard, again, very massive, through an innovative resource model. So yeah, that's an A+ for me. Not to mention, the XPR network is allegedly ISO 20022 compatible as a blockchain. Now, people may be thinking, okay, who cares about this? This is very complicated. Well, we have to take a look at this deeper. That right there, again, ISO 20022. That is currently being used by many financial institutions from all around the world for inter-organizational data exchange. So this is a massive deal. Again, XPR isn't even this massive project yet, hypothetically. And it's already having features like that. I think that's amazing right there. People love, projects like XDC, Stellar, Ripple, again, Ripple aka XRP, Stellar aka XLM. They love that, right? And when you take a look at XPR again, we can kind of see the similarities there. And I do really like that because, again, those are projects that have been proven to work. So when it comes to XPR, again, I do really like that. Now, let's not forget as well, we take a look at how XPR, much like many of its competitors, they're focused on two amazing markets, in my opinion, which is global trade and finance and as well as payments. The payments market is currently valued at over $2 trillion. And according to Mordor Intelligence, the global trade and finance market is predicted to reach up to $5 trillion in value by 2028, which isn't even that far away at this point. Keep in mind, it's basically 3 years away, right? And when you think about something like this, man, I think it could be so special because let's face it, we do have some competitors when it comes to XPR, but there isn't that many. The reason being, in my opinion, is because of the Ripple and SEC case. Many developers didn't want to join in on this space. And as a result of that, for quite a while, we didn't really see that many new players enter, which is a blessing in disguise because now the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place, they're kind of up for grabs, if that makes sense. Of course, it's a very top-heavy market with XRP and XLM leading the race, so to speak. But then, because there isn't that many, again, dynamic competitors, because not many developers wanted to join in because of the FUD and the fear, now something like XPR really has its time to shine, because as of right now, there's a lot of hype for these type of projects, and XPR is waiting in the wings. It's only a matter of time, which is why I'm still staying patient, and I do view this as a very fantastic project. Now, also, let's not forget, right? We'll see that when it comes to something like XPR, it can be used for various applications such as DeFi, aka decentralized finance, and as well as gaming, which I think is also very amazing. People may not really care about this, but when a market is predicted to reach over $300 billion in value, which the blockchain gaming market is, according to Grandview Research, that's not bad. Not to mention, Grandview Research also predicts that the DeFi market, aka the decentralized finance market, is predicted to be worth over $200 billion by that year as well, again, 2030. So XPR, very amazing project from top to bottom, very complete, very easy to understand. It's a big thumbs up for me. Now, the third and final reason why I'm still buying XPR is because, as the old saying goes, a high tide raises all ships. Currently, we take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF, the number of institutional investors, the amount of enterprise adoption. Not to mention, even according to Crypto.com research, there's over 600 million crypto owners as we speak. Let that sink in. Back in 2021, during the peak of that bull run, there was roughly around 300 million crypto owners. Now there's over 600 million. I mean, this bull run could be so amazing. Now, it may not feel like that as of right now because altcoins, generally speaking, are not doing the best. But in my opinion, a pullback, sometimes it's only necessary. Things do take a breather from time to time, and the journey to the top isn't going to be smooth sailing. It's much like in real life. Usually we see these billionaires or whatever, their journey doesn't always seem like it's smooth sailing in some cases I've seen. So I don't think it's really any different in here or just like any other market, so to speak. I mean, take a look at, for instance, in stocks, right? It's not like it's just always going up. There's a time when sometimes there's a pullback. So the way to take a look at it is that, again, even something like Bitcoin, the journey from $1 to over 100,000, it wasn't a straight shot. Again, the general direction was upwards, but it wasn't like there was no pullbacks, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm still staying patient. Anytime I do an income, I'm acquiring, I'm holding, I'm just waiting. That's it. Because once this market recovers again, once Bitcoin reaches 150,000, 200,000, 250,000, maybe even beyond, it could be a totally different story. And I'm still very bullish on XPR. And usually, even as a worst case scenario, we do know that historically, altcoins typically peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event, which based off the last Bitcoin halving event that happened in April last year, that's actually around October this year. Not guaranteeing anything, by the way. It could be a totally different date, who knows? But I think if anything, it's a good benchmark. And I'm more so taking a look at near the end of 2025, which is why whatever happens to the price next week or like next 2 weeks doesn't matter to me, because I'm more so taking a look at what something could be again near the end of this year. Now, even if let's say XPR did a 5x tomorrow, I'm just saying hypothetically, who knows? I'm not guaranteeing anything, right? Let's say we're to do something like that in a make-believe scenario. I still wouldn't sell because I still believe the journey is still very far. I'm very bullish on it. And again, at the price of 25 cents during this born, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And those are 3 reasons why I'm still buying XPR. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace. Bye.